So hi, welcome to the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
I'm talking about music. You know, we've been doing this for almost 2 years, or is it 2 years now? Is it 2 years?
It's 2 years officially on October 1st.
Okay. So we've been doing this.
Because that's when our first one was posted.
Okay. So we've been doing this for roughly 2 years, and we still don't have an introduction for this fucking thing.
I thought that was our introduction.
Yeah, but it's like, well, we say our names, and then we're just like, well, where do we go from here?
I always thought that was it. You know, that's like the charm of it. Because we don't know what we're doing.
It's the charm of it because we don't know what we're doing. But like, you would expect us to know what we're doing by now. Like, we would have something better.
No.
Like, you know.
No.
I don't even have words now. But
we're so good at this.
I don't know.
2 years.
You would just think that like we would have this more down. Even like we just kind of like present ourselves like that, and then like we come on here and we're just like, we don't know what we're doing.
No.
And here's everything that we listened to this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how have you been on this? It's been like what, a week?
Yeah, it's been like a week. We only spoke like twice last week, right? 3 times?
We spoke 3 out of the 4 days we normally do. We didn't do anything on Thursday.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, how have you been? It's been a while.
I've been good. My birthday was on Saturday.
Happy birthday.
That was really cool. Thank you. I got my nose pierced in result of that.
New personality trait unlocked.
New personality trait. You guys, did you notice I have a nose piercing? I have a nose piercing, guys. I'm really cool.
Fuck.
I'm better than everybody. I have a nose piercing. That was it. That was my nose piercing plug for this episode. I'm gonna do it every episode now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And every interview too.
And every interview. Just, hey guys, before we start, I just want to let you know I have a nose piercing. So I am better than you, unless you also have a nose piercing, but I don't see any.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
Yeah. I went to a spooky Halloween thing where I went haunted houses and stuff. It was Hollow Scream, Busch Gardens. It was really cool.
Nice.
There were the haunted houses. Clearly these people were like tired, or they were just something, because I was having almost conversations with them because they had like masks on, and then they had like masks on. So like a scary one and then like a real one.
Yeah.
So it's like they have like monologues and whatever, like, ooh, we're never gonna get out or whatever. And it's like we're walking by them because you have to like walk through the house, you know. And it's like they're saying something to me. I have to stop and be like, what did you say? And so they're like, I said, and then they just mumble it again, and I'm like, dude, I can't understand. Then they like lift down their masks to say it, and I'm like, oh, that would have been cooler the first time.
Yeah, not the third time when I had to stop. Now it's not scary anymore.
Now it's like you're a human, obviously.
Yeah.
You pulled down your mask, and it's just like, really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on.
They don't want to enunciate their words now that they've got all this protection over their mouths. They're just
exactly.
Like, so
like,
they're just blah.
And I'm like, I have a mask on. You can understand me.
Yeah, you gotta try a little harder now. I'm sorry. They should be paying you more. I agree, but now you gotta give.
But come on, this is your job still.
Come on, give it your all every night.
Exactly, every single night for the next month. But other than that, I don't. Even that was funny because it's like they were cool. So yeah, that was good. That was good. One of the zombies in one of the houses about to make me act up. But like he had his hair on.
What? You said what? Good Noise Simcast. Fucking hell.
Bro, I walked past him and I had to do a double take.
You're like, oh fuck.
Like, oh, okay. I'll be 18 next year.
Almost legal, I promise, zombie. Almost legal.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, but I had a fun time. It was good.
Fuck. All right. Well, I can't.
Ow! I touched my piercing. Sorry. You're gonna be hearing a lot of that.
Oh my god. Well, I don't have anything to top that with. I'm sorry. But Sam and I went to some like Halloween shit. And went on like a spooky hayride. It wasn't scary at all. It was just like lights, but like half of them were Christmas themed, half of them were Halloween.
You're joking.
No, I'm dead serious. Some of them were like, there were just red and white lights. because it's like there's also a Christmas drive-through, so they just repurposed it. Okay, but the real kicker was they didn't even try. They played Party Rock Anthem, Uptown Funk, and a Taylor Swift song during our time through.
It's terrifying.
I was fucking with the Party Rock Anthem. I was just hoping they would loop that. I thought that would be hilarious.
Or just put on Sorry for Party Rock.
Yeah. But I had a very, very great day that day. And earlier that day, I was sitting right in this chair. This window was open, and my neighbor across the street was playing Sexy I Know It. So LMFAO is coming back. People give a shit now.
Yep.
They were like blasting that shit too. It felt like it was 2011 again.
As it should.
Yeah.
It's a banger.
It bangs. It really does. And then last night I saw Korn and Stained and 68. 68 was pretty good. Stained. Oh boy. Our friends in Stained.
Oh, that's the one with the silly little Trump.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No. Last night was really cool. Let's just dive right into it.
Yeah, okay. Let's dive into it. Tell me everything.
So the last time I saw Stained in Camden, which is like bordering Philly, so I guess like Philly is not as conservative as like this part of Jersey that I was in, because he wanted nothing to do with the Camden crowd, but he was like he was interacting with the Jersey crowd, like he was into it.
You think he does like research and like what sections are like red and blue?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, because this man was like one of the songs ended and he goes, I wish I could say some things, but most of those things I'm not allowed to say, and then just stopped, because he's a big Trump supporter, so I could only imagine what he wanted to say. He just kind of stopped, and then the venue just erupted. 50% of the venue was screaming USA. The other 50% was screaming fuck Joe Biden, because the Republicans couldn't decide which one they wanted to.
Yeah, their two brain cells didn't.
Yeah. I didn't know, because it's not like that venue was there for Stain. I didn't know Korn had that many Republicans as fans.
Well, it's a band full of white men with dreads.
Well, okay, fair enough. And I guess nu metal does attract like that kind of human.
Yeah.
But there's 8 million monthly listeners on Spotify. How many of those?
How many of them are Trump supporters?
Yeah, it's like, I didn't know that this was just Five Finger Death Punch 2.0.
But,
like,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And doesn't like go on stage and suck whoever's cock,
Oh, yeah.
Five Finger Death Punch did that at their last. They got
They got
a fuck Joe Biden chant going at their last show as well.
Wow.
I just sat there in awe, and there was a guy a couple seats down who was so into it and looked like the stereotypical Republican. He was so into Stained, and then Korn came out and he looked so fucking pissed. I don't know why.
So he probably went for...
Yeah, and I don't know why he stayed, because Korn played after Stained. So why were you still there? And then he got like a few more beers in, and he was so into it.
Oh, so he just didn't have enough alcohol in his system to actually appreciate
but I think he was already feeling it when he came into the venue, because he was like spilling shit, and like he would just walk past people and like spill shit, and like he was having a night and was really into Stained. Like he would do the...
Oh, that
when Stain was playing, he was like this, and he was giving you the stare too. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Calm down, man, bro. If I was on stage and I saw somebody just doing that, I think I'd just leave. I'd just be like, "No, I don't need this bad energy right now." It's like, man.
Dude, is your arm getting tired? Because Stain's gonna be on for an hour. Like, you gotta save that. Like, you could break that stare with Aaron. Like, come on.
Yeah, like, blink, bro, blink.
But Republicans at the venue aside, Korn has had 2 members of their camp get COVID, and they still put on a better show than 90% of bands I've seen. Wow. So give it up for them. My neck still hurts, but I saw them like right before Jonathan tested positive for COVID, and now I've seen them post all that shit. I know the guitarist has gotten COVID, he's back and all that shit, and their show was like very... Jonathan would walk off for 5 minutes, like have to regain himself. The other members would like go back and forth, like playing their instruments and shit, and like it was very clear that like he's still struggling. Although he did stand for about 90% of the show, he still had the throne out there, but didn't sit for 90% of it like he was when he first came back. So, which was good.
I don't like that he's doing. Like, I get like get your bag and
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
but
no,
like, bestie, you
well,
are going
he
to hurt yourself.
he said it on stage show last night. He was like, you know, everyone's like, why haven't you canceled the shows yet? And he's like, because like we're here to fucking entertain, and that's what we're gonna do. So if that's what they want to do, then so fucking be it. I'm sure other people in their camp have said you should like throw the towel in, and
Yeah.
if they want, like, I don't think anybody is forcing them to continue besides themselves.
Well, they might have like contracts with the supporting bands.
Even then, it's like, does the contract really matter in the year of 2021? Because bands are just like dropping out because they don't want to tour anymore, and like,
Well, it might, because some people are so like they really just need to tour, whether it's financial or just wanting to be out there. So they might be like holding that contract over their heads.
I mean, granted, it's not like Korn level, but like one of the bands on the Dance Gavin Dance tour just like dropped off a couple dates in because that tour was going to shit. Members were getting COVID and everything like off the bat. One of the bands on the Motionless in White tour dropped off like a week before the tour. Fucking Limp Bizkit just said, "Fuck it, we're done.
We're done.
And
that's it.
Yeah, we're not going to continue." And Spirit Box was like, had to get help from other bands to recover financially. Like they rented rigs from other bands and stuff. Like their lights came from like We Came as Romans. And like We Came as Romans said like, don't fucking worry about it. And like obviously made all this shit public because it looks great.
Yeah.
But like, and all that shit. So I don't know if the contracts really matter in the year 2021 as much as everyone's like, Live Nation is fucking these bands over. Like I don't think they really care. Like they're just like, if they don't feel comfortable touring right now, they're gonna take the hit. Architects, granted, it might be like problems with the borders and shit, but Architects announced today, well, hasn't been announced yet, but my date got moved to 2022. So now I am seeing My Chemical Romance 2 nights in a row, and then Architects the next night. And now for the UK bands,
did you block that out on the count? Just give yourself that whole week. Just
listen, it's next year. Let's hope the podcast is still here next year.
It'll still. We said that last year.
Well,
here we are a year later.
But I think that's going to become a theme for the UK bands. Even if the borders are open, we don't know what the borders are going to look like, and obviously they don't know what the borders are going to look like when they're over here. So I think some other UK bands coming over for long stints, like when the US bands went over there to play those couple of festivals, it was like a week. They had the festivals, and then they had a couple of shows, and then they came back. But these UK bands are going to be here for 6 weeks. You don't know what's going to happen in the span of 6 weeks. You could be over in LA, and they're like, "Oh, the border closes tomorrow," and you can't get back over, and now you're fucked.
You're stuck. Yeah.
So I wouldn't be shocked if more UK bands are like, "We're just going to tour late 2022." I'm saying this mostly because I have tickets right now to see Neck Deep at the end of the year, and I don't think that's going to happen after what happened with.
I don't think it's going to happen either.
With Architects, I don't think they're going to cancel it, but I don't think they're coming over here this year. And they've got other UK bands on that bill. So poor Heart Attack Man, because he's on that bill too. Well, sorry,
hey, it's multiple people.
It's a band.
It's not just Eric. Yeah, but Eric is the front man.
Yeah. So that's my spiel on live music currently. I don't know. It's still here. It's lasted longer than I thought it was going to.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Yeah.
So next week we'll talk about A Day to Remember, Asking Alexandria, and Point North, and Lorna Shore as well.
And Lorna Shore.
Yeah. Glory's very excited about Lorna Shore for some fucking reason.
I just love Lorna Shore. They're like the only, what are they, death metal?
Yeah.
That I can actually, well, I don't listen to them, but it's like when I see them, I watch their entire video of like
they're
promo.
Entertaining.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love them.
Will is such an entertaining dude. Like we spoke to him for fucking like half an hour, and he's super entertaining. You should watch that. He's super entertaining though, and down to earth. And most like they're as terrifying as all these metal dudes look. They're always the nicest. Like
they always give us like all of their attention. They always answer the questions. Like they go as deep into the questions as they can, as they feel comfortable with going, and they're just so nice.
They are.
They're so.
It's like I'm in the waiting room with Glory, and I'm like, dude, I'm so fucking scared. Like this guy could take his fucking like fist and just crush me. And then he comes in, he's like, "Hi, so here's my dog, and let's get into cat, and let's talk about some music for the next half an hour. Let's dive into this 3-song EP." And we're like, "Oh fuck, okay." Let's do that then.
So nice. I love Will.
In other music news, the Teletubbies are back.
Oh, as they should be.
Thank fucking God.
I love the Teletubbies. Grew up on them. Day ones.
It's their first album and whatever. I don't know. Billboard wrote about it. And
we have to interview them about it.
I just made a funny tweet and was like, oh my God, now we have to interview the Teletubbies.
We're going to.
It's going to happen. So watch out for that. It's already in the works. Yeah. So watch out for that. It's going to happen.
Do they have like a press person? Did you email somebody?
I didn't email anybody, but I did look it up. And since like they're one of those TV things, so there's like 7 or 8 fucking different people across like different networks and shit. And it's like one's for TV, one's for here, one's for that, one's for this, one's for that, one's for this, one's for a network that they're no longer on. This one's for and it's like, you know what? Never mind. I actually don't care anymore. This isn't going to be funny. The amount of work it's going to take to get a no.
Oh, I found him.
Yeah, it's not going to be funny anymore. So, or it's going to be like, sorry, I don't work for them anymore. Okay, who's the new contact? Oh, sorry, I don't know.
Or left on red.
Yeah, that's the classic one. Straight to spam we go.
Straight to spam. We love it there. It's our home.
We go to spam for little bands too.
I'm gonna send an email right now.
Well, while Glory does that, we do have music to talk about. Unfortunately, we spent 20 minutes BSing about shit.
Unfortunately, before we start, I will literally take 30 seconds, but I have to pee.
Okay.
You
go do that.
So entertain the people.
I will entertain the people. These balloons over here are driving me fucking nuts. Got some happy birthday balloons next to me. Fucking. What's up, Glory?
I touched my piercing again.
Oh, not again. All right. I did a very good job of entertaining everybody.
What did you talk to everybody?
I told them about the accident I almost witnessed today.
Oh. I wasn't you didn't tell me about that one.
Yeah, some car came speeding up and like almost slammed into this old lady that was just trying to make a left-hand turn. I was just standing there trying to get lunch. And then they were in the middle of the intersection and were like making up in the middle of the intersection, but like traffic still had to, move.
Yeah.
That was very strange. I don't know. People were honking at them. It was very weird. That's what I witnessed today.
Wow.
On that note, we do have music to talk about.
We do.
So Badflower put out an album, This Is How the World Ends.
Oh my God.
Well, you like this?
Oh my God. This was like one of the best albums that's been released this year by far. Yeah. This year. This is in my top 3. I need to look at, I know for a fact Tyler's my number 1, but this might be my 2 because every single song off this album was amazing. Johnny Wants to Fight, banger. I love it, but the song right after that, somehow even better. And then there was one where it was just like, where it was just a guy and it was just like, he's a psychopath or something. And that song banged so hard. Like literally the opener caught me off guard because I was like, this is a bit slower than I wanted it to. I hope the rest of the album isn't like this. But as the song kept going, I got more and more, attached to it. I was like, okay, this is actually really, really good. It's kind of sad too, but like, it's really good. I enjoyed this entire album. It makes me so happy. It was good.
Well, you love to see it.
Yeah.
I had higher expectations for this album based on the singles.
Really?
I did. Because I listened to their last album that they put out in fucking 2019 or whatever.
20. Yeah, it's somewhere there. Yeah.
Whatever. Who cares? That record, and didn't really like it all that much. It like progressed really slow. That's going to be the word of the day. Progressed. I love that word. Because I had a lot to say about a couple of these records that progressed like shit.
Like the next one.
Oh, bad take. Anyways, I thought it like progressed very slow, and most of the songs were on the slower side, and I was like, this ain't for me. And then they started putting out singles off this record, and I was like, okay, these are upbeat. They changed their sound, it seems like. And then the record came out, and it just kind of felt like an extension of the last album.
Really?
With like a couple more upbeat tracks. And I was like, I had higher expectations for this. Because like they did put out one, I think it was just one single that was on the slower side, and I was like, you know what? I always think it's an interesting choice when the band goes with the slow single, but whatever. But it seems like they picked all the faster songs as singles and then said, here's a taste of what the album actually sounds like with that single family or whatever it was. And yeah, better than their last record.
Okay.
Still not getting the hype for Badflower though. I'm gonna be completely
Really?
honest. Just not getting the hype for him, man. I don't
Wow.
know.
This album makes me want to listen to their past stuff. If you're saying that this album sounds like an extension of their last EP, album, record, whatever they released, then I feel like I should listen to it because I just genuinely enjoyed this.
You might like it. I certainly did not. That last album, like, at all. Just not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay. Well, Angels and Airwaves drops a new album, Life Forms. Let me just clarify. I thought
bad ticks out of the way.
I thought this was a decent album. I thought it just moved a bit slow, in my opinion. It's just, I felt like some of the tracks were just dragging on. I felt like there were too many tracks. I didn't feel like there was enough, like, it just all, some of the tracks just felt like it was just repeating a lot of stuff rather than actually introducing new things into a song. Because, there's like a hook, a chorus, bridge, etc., whatever. Verses. It just felt like verses. It just felt like there was just a lot of chorus in some of them, and it was just like, can you introduce some new things?
Can you say different words, Tom, please?
Yeah. So, but other than that, I thought it was a decent album.
I honestly thought the record was pretty good. We didn't cover it all that much, so I didn't have any expectation going into it.
No. But did we not cover all the singles?
No, there was like 7 of them.
Oh.
And we talked about like 1.
I think we talked about like 3.
It was a bold amount of singles, but it was also a bold amount of songs on the track list. So, but honestly, the record kept my attention the entire way, despite how long it was. Mm-hmm. And I thought that most of the songs were pretty fucking good. I was honestly kind of shocked because I was like, I don't know, Angels and Airwaves just doesn't seem like a band I would like because I don't really like Blink-182, and this guy's just from Blink-182.
But it's a completely different.
It's completely different. But like I hadn't listened to them. I just knew it was the Tom DeLonge band, and I was like, I don't know,
Love
man.
you, Tom.
But honestly, this record fucked pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fair.
Poppy dropped an album, Flux. Well, here's the thing, Poppy. I don't know what the fuck she's doing over there, but clearly
she's doing some silly little thing.
Because like she dropped a metal record in 2020, dropped the like fucking Noise EP,
whatever that was,
dropped
it.
Christmas EP, dropped another metal,
I forgot about that.
Another metal project earlier this year, and then did like this pop rock album.
It was more rock than pop, in my opinion.
Yeah, but
it was just weird. I don't know.
It was strange, but honestly, it was kind of good.
Is this the one that started with a 7-minute track, or was that another one?
That was just a single that was 7 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The Underoath track was 7 minutes long.
Okay.
I don't think this album had any 7-minute bangers on it. It was just,
I think it was another album that we're talking about today that was 7 minutes, and it just completely threw me off. But I thought this album was like okay. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
I preferred her metal stuff, and that's saying something. that's all I gotta say, man.
Yeah, definitely not her best work, but whatever she's doing is working, and I think that some of it is obviously her and her character and everything, but she's also managed by the same guy as Water Parks is managed by. Like the exact same dude.
Oh my god, what if she's the opener?
No, she's bigger than Parks is, and going on her own headline tour around the time of Parks. So if anybody's opening for her, it would be Parks opening for her, not the other way around.
Which would be kind of that wouldn't fit.
Well, no, because here's the thing: it's like they're both doing like that genre bending shit, like switching genres. So I think part of it has like Miles doing a great job of managing two genre switching bands. Great job, Miles. That's the Miles plug. But yeah, I don't know what's going on over there, but it's working because she's massive.
I don't think it would work because Parks is more on the pop side of like pop punk, pop. Oh,
don't say that.
Pop
don't
rock.
Say that. I got ignored by Austin Knight for saying that.
That's so petty. I'm sorry. I love Austin, but that's so dumb. Like you paid money to say hi, say a little silly, funny hi to him. Silly, funny. You say, or was it your mom who called him pop punk?
My mom was like, "And what genre are you guys?" And I'm like, "They're like pop punk, mom." And Austin like death stared me and then talked to my mom instead.
Wow.
So I made sure not to call them pop punk when I met them in June.
Yeah. You should have been like, hey, it's me. I'm the one who described you guys as pop punk to my mom.
And also, I'd like, get the fuck out.
But it's just like they're on the pop side of whatever genre they are of rock, whereas Poppy's more on the rock side.
Poppy's
so I don't think Poppy's doing whatever. But what I'm thinking is her live shows are going to be insane because you're not going to know what's coming because she has the 3 new albums, or one's an EP or whatever, but it's just like they're 3 completely different genres. So it's like you're never going to know what to expect, and the energy is always going to be high because there's never going to be just like a weird acoustic moment.
Yeah. And but the thing is that even her metal stuff kind of bordered on like almost pop metal. It was really fucking weird, like that shit that she did.
Yeah, because she did like the baby metal thing where it goes like super fast and super like poppy, and then it just goes back into.
So I think that like as much as her live show will be like a surprise, it's gonna flow well because even her metal shit is like the same high energy shit as the record that she just put out on Friday.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's all very weird. I'm very upset that she postponed her Philly date out of the blue. Yeah, because as much as I don't listen to her very much, but she's like up there as just someone that like I want to experience live.
You
just
have
because
to see her.
It's like her character is so interesting and her music's interesting too. As much as I don't really listen to it, I just think that her entire brand is very interesting, and I'd like to experience that live at least once.
100%. Yeah, I completely agree. Little Hag dropped a new album, Leash, banger. I love Little Hag.
This sucks pretty hard. Yeah,
we spoke to them.
Yeah, we spoke
about this album and their EP, which was, what was it?
Breakfast. It was Piss, Shit, and Cum. Or
there it is. Piss, it was blood and cum. There you go.
Yeah.
Bangers also.
All bangers coming out of the Little Hag camp. And if you watch an interview, we did an impromptu track by track of
which was cool.
The album and EP. Not what I was expecting.
No.
But it happened, and it's in there. And it's a majority of the interview, so you should go watch it. The album fucks. You should go listen to the album too. And then they're playing House of Independence with Wind Up Kid and Brick and Mortar. I'll be there, probably doing merch for Brick and Mortar. So come say hi.
You do merch now.
Well, that's part of being the dim bitch.
Yeah. Oh. That's cool.
So I'll be there.
Yeah, I just want to say, Little Hag, thank you for the I think it's called the Brass Knuckles or something. That song slaps so much. I love it so much. Oh my god, it's my favorite. I love it. True. Thank you.
Sleep Token put out an album. This Place Will Become Your Tomb. I don't know what I expected from this record, but what I got is not what I expected. And I would also like to bring up the word of the day, progression. This album progressed like shit. It was slow and felt kind of lost most of the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like they've got like this imagery of like this like white face with like red on it, like the features are red, and like I just expected something heavier with like that imagery, the cover art, color, the name, the band name. I didn't expect like this alt rock bordering sometimes on metalcore if you wanted to get fancy. I was expecting something like Glory going, this was heavy and very scary.
This was so heavy, so scary.
But what we got was just an album that progressed kind of slowly, had me looking at the track list, an awful lot going, oh wow, we're only 3 songs in. And a little disappointed.
I was also disappointed because this album just wasn't, as you said, like it looks like it should sound heavy, so I was ready to like skip it like 4 tracks in because like, oh, scary ear headache, that's all I have. But no, I got like 3 tracks in and I was like, oh my god, this is a little long, and I'm only 3 tracks in. So I was not a fan of it. It was slow, in my opinion. And that's coming from me. So
the rock album was slow.
Yeah. James Barrett. I'm sorry. Dropped a new album, a series of ... mostly nothing. I liked this album. I just think the 7-minute opener.
This was the one with the 7-minute opener?
Yeah, this was the one with the 7. I had to look. Okay. Because I remember I was listening to it and I was like, oh yeah, this is good. And then I look up almost 10
Still
minutes
going.
later, and I'm like, oh my god, no, I thought I had this on loop, but it's just the same track, 7 minutes long, still going strong. But after I got past that, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
I guess they did a good enough job because I didn't even realize the track was 7 minutes long.
Wow.
So great job.
Good job.
I thought that this album was very good. I have one gripe with it though, because I can hear the influence on this. Like I know on the tip of my tongue what bands and artists influenced this, but I can't fucking name them. They're on the tip of my tongue, and it's been driving me nuts all fucking day.
We should interview James and ask.
We should. That was going to be the next question after I sent this over.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Hi, James.
Hi, James.
You'll have already read the email that has come on the podcast written in it. But hi.
Come on the podcast.
Tell us your influences in that interview, because it's been driving me nuts all fucking day. I swear to God, I can't fucking do it, because like I hear it. I know what it is, but I can't fucking name the band because I know too many bands.
Yeah, but what's probably gonna happen is
they're gonna name some band I don't even fucking know.
Exactly, some underground band from their local scene, and you're gonna be like, that is not at all.
That's not what I heard.
What I was thinking. I was thinking more mainstream.
Yeah.
Because I hate when that happens, and I'm just like, I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
It happened with the 5 Ever interview.
Low.
We were like, this sounds like Water Parks. And they're like, no. We listened to this, and this. And we're like, you sure you weren't listening to Water Parks at all? And they're like,
are you sure? Austin Knight, funny tie-dye man? No? Okay.
Tie-dye man? Funny dude? A funny man?
Funny man?
But yes, this record fucked very hard. Sounder dropped an EP, Monsters in My Head. We interviewed her about the EP. Go watch it. It was very good. And the EP rocks.
Yes.
I listened to it twice today.
As you should. It's a very good EP.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I don't know. I love the sound. I love her vocals. Everything about it's amazing. That's all I gotta say.
There you go.
And it's short enough where I'm able to actually listen to it and be like, I could go for a little bit more. If you wanted to put like a bonus, a deluxe edition, I'd listen to it. I wouldn't be like, 18 God, tracks,
every single B-side and demo and remix.
Exactly. Just pull the Used.
Oh, fuck that.
Dude, like that was like a whole nother album that they gave us.
And she cited the Used as a source or as a fucking influence, remember?
Oh my God.
I bit my tongue to go. I didn't want to go in the interview in the middle and go, we interviewed him. We interviewed Joey. So hi, if you're watching
this,
one
of us say that?
Joey.
I feel like I wanted to say it as well, but she was still talking, and I was like,
I feel bad going like, I'm sorry. Like,
oh, we actually interviewed them, by the way. Like when people say like with confidence, we're like, oh, we interviewed Jaden, by the way.
Yeah, I'm like,
continue.
I have to stop myself now. I'm like, they don't care. They don't care.
They really don't care.
They really don't care. They're gonna go, that's
Except
cool.
for, oh wait, the interview isn't out. But when we spoke to that band, we were like, we spoke to the Wiggles. And that was like the only time where it's actually like warranted.
Yeah,
I feel like, because if they're talking about them,
because their music video looked like they were the Wiggles, so it fit.
Exactly. Yeah, so it was like, oh.
Yeah, but most of the time they're like, I don't fucking care, and I'm like,
they're like,
okay,
oh,
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. Anyways, back to what I was talking about.
Sorry.
It's like, my bad. I just had to let you know. I'm also plugging it for everybody that watches this interview to go watch that one next.
Yeah. We interviewed Joey from the Used.
Yeah. Go watch that.
And Jaden from With Confidence. And the Wiggles.
Emma.
We love Emma. Eva Under Fire and Jonathan Dorr dropped a new single, Comatose.
You told me you wanted to go first. Earlier.
Okay, so 2 things to say. I loved the drums on this. They don't stop. They popped off.
Well, I would hope the drums don't stop.
It would kind of suck if the drums stopped, yeah. And I loved the vocals on this. They are flawless. Genuinely, like, flawless. I loved it.
And as you can tell, Glory and I were talking about this track before we went live. And I was telling Glory that this is, like, what I want from a metalcore song. I can't, like, describe the way it opened. It's, like, you just have to listen to it to, like, know.
Yeah.
You know? But the way that this track opened is the way I love my metalcore tracks to open. So go listen to the song because you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But that's my review. It was great, and I'm excited for whatever is coming next. I really don't know. I would hope it's a record that put out a couple of singles, but
yeah,
whatever.
If they put out a couple singles, it's probably gonna be a record.
That's what makes sense. But you never know these days.
I hope so. Yeah, a lot of people are doing like singles now. It's kind of
cringe. but it works for the Spotify algorithm, so
It does.
whatever. Heart
But
Attack
at what
Man.
cost?
At what cost? Heart Attack Man put out a single, Pitch Black, announced their EP, Thoughts and Prayers, with 2 Z's. This song fucking bang.
I love Heart Attack Man so much.
God.
I was so nervous for this song, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous when I saw the cover art for the album, but I've grown to love it now. Because it's like they're in like nun suits, costumes, whatever, dresses. I don't know what nun things are called, but they're in those. And I was like, I don't know. And also the name kind of, I was like, Thoughts and Prayers, but with Z's.
I thought it was a joke.
I thought it was a joke too.
I thought it was a joke that went too far. And then they announced it, and I was like, oh, you were serious about that?
This is not a joke?
Yeah.
Yeah. But this song banged. I really, really enjoyed it. I wish they went a little bit harder because it was like on the edge of being like a metal song without the screaming, but just like that hard rock.
So hardcore.
They just never, they were just right there. And I was like,
they're close enough though. They got the 2-step chorus, like the pit could explode to that. So that's all you need.
Yeah. But I thought it was amazing. Yeah. And I'm considering getting that vinyl, but the only reason why I haven't gotten it yet is because it's a picture vinyl on one side and only has like 4 songs on it. So I'm
they did that because they did the funny 12-inch and then they said, we've got this whole side we didn't use. What do we do? And they just slapped a picture on it.
Yeah.
There's nothing on that side. Glory's snorting coke.
No, I'm not. I was bending down to get a card. I'm not snorting coke.
Glory's doing coke off her desk. Well, why would you have a card, Glory?
Why would I? I'm shuffling cards.
With the
oh
coke.
My god. I don't need this right now. But this song banged.
Yes.
I love you, Hammy. You're doing great.
Great job.
That's all I have to say. Mayday Parade dropped a new single, one for the rocks and one for the scary. Did I stop? Did I not write the whole thing, or is that the whole thing?
It's probably the whole thing. They're the only band that's like from that early 2000s, mid 2000s, like emo-ish genre pop punk that still names their songs like it's 2005.
Yeah.
And honestly, I respect it.
Yeah.
They haven't let that sound go either.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up in my little spiel too.
Which is very apparent. 7 albums in, and we're still sounding the same as the first.
Still sounding like we're in 2010.
I don't know. It was a Mayday Parade song. That's what it was.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with a Mayday Parade song.
No, you can't.
Because as we discussed when they put out the EP, they have 3 different formulas. And this was just one of the 3.
Yeah.
And it was okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the album though, I guess.
Yeah.
The vinyls are hot.
Oh, I haven't even seen them. What do they look like?
They look like vinyl with colors on them.
Whoa. That's some new age stuff, man.
Like multiple colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they ship in like March of next year.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, man. Yeah, this single was okay. Again, it's Mayday Parade. The thing with Mayday Parade is you always know what to expect with their stuff. They've never, like, in the nicest way possible, they've never like surprised me with their music. Because it's like they're like all reliable. You know what to expect when you listen to a new track. You know that it's probably going to be around the same thing that they were doing 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like that, you like that. That's perfect for you because you're never going to have like a Panic at the Disco situation where they're doing alternative rock in one album and then folk in the next. And then steampunk rock in another and then pop. So, yeah. Good job, Mayday Parade. All
nice.
reliable.
Early Humans dropped the single Always Waiting. Before we talk about the single, we have to plug the interview we did with them about their album they put out last year. Go watch that. Okay.
Go watch that.
Plug out of the way. This single was really fucking good. I love the beat on this. So fucking good.
Banging.
Banging, banger, banging, banger.
Banger.
Put that in a bio quote.
Yeah. Put that on your Spotify bio.
Yeah. When you send out press, you can put Good Noise Podcast. Banger, banging, banger, banger.
Banging your mom.
And we're an official music critic source
we
podcast.
Are. Yeah. Tom Morello and Bring Me the Horizon dropped a new single. Let's get the party started. Was it just me, or did I not hear like any Ollie?
I only heard Ollie.
Maybe I just don't know what Ollie sounds like when he's screaming and like only screaming, because I don't know what Tom sounds like either. So it just sounded like a voice. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know if this is Tom. I don't know if this is Ollie. I don't know if maybe this is like a guitarist in Bring Me the Horizon. I don't know who's singing right now.
It was definitely Ollie, because like Ollie is basically Bring Me the Horizon. I don't know what Tom Morello does. Like, is he just
he
like
produces?
Is he just like a beats guy?
Oh god.
Is he like, does he sing? Because it seems like all his albums have like features on it. So like, I'm not entirely sure what he was doing, because
Is he like the DJ Khaled of the metal scene?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
DJ Khaled.
Like, obvious, as you can see, every single time we talk about a band that we like, and then there's like they did a feature of someone we never look into it, so we don't know what they do. So we're trying to figure it out live on air. I don't know what, but all I heard was Ollie, so I don't even know if this man was singing or what. But anyways, whether or not this was just Ollie singing or not is really is not a point that I was trying to make for my point that I was going to make about this track. But it's cool that even the features that they're doing are fitting in with the new era that they've got going on.
Yeah, they're not doing like a pop feature.
Yeah, it fits in very well. Yeah, that was really weird. It fits in very well with that Die For You and then the genre that they're calling like future emo or whatever the fuck they've dubbed
whatever they're doing over there.
It fits in perfectly. So whatever they're doing over there, they're keeping it all cohesive. And that's
except that pop track.
Yeah, but the pop track was before.
It was before
Die For You. So and it was also, it said on the track that it was featuring Ollie Sykes from Bring Me the Horizon. Bring Me the Horizon. So it wasn't just like a Bring Me the Horizon feature. Ollie was like, I like this pop song, so I'm gonna yell over it.
Do a little singy song.
So
he didn't even like yell. He just did like a little
really
sing.
Weird.
I don't know. It was good, but it was just like.
And that was the same week that the feature that he did with Lotus Eater, fuck that band, came out.
What did Lotus Eater do?
They broke up because they had so many allegations.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. And the record was like supposed to come out, and then it never did because they
just had so many allegations.
That same week that song came out was the same week that pop song that Ollie featured on came out. And Ollie was on both those tracks. So it was like hardcore, metal, extreme, Ollie yelling, Ollie singing over a cute little pop song.
Oh,
how adorable!
Wow.
Shows the range of this
of Ollie Sykes.
Yeah.
What a well, I can't really. Yeah.
What a man.
He's a dude.
What a lad.
He's definitely a guy.
But like, yeah, he's very interesting. I love listening to him talk about the music too. Like, I was watching an interview he did with Emmy. And just listening to him speak about the music is fucking great.
I always forget he's British.
Yeah, his voice is, he's very, very British. Like, you don't hear it in the music at all, and then he starts speaking, and you're like, can someone knock the British out of this man, please?
Literally, I was listening to the radio, and I was on Alt Nation because I'm alternative.
And he goes,
I don't
"This
know
is Ollie Sykes from Bring Me the Horizon, and you're listening to Alt Nation."
Literally, I was like, Ollie Sykes is British? And she's like, who? My mom is like, who? And I was like, Ollie Sykes, Bring Me the Horizon.
And she goes,
like,
who?
I have no idea who that is. And I'm like, I gotta text Shane. And then I texted Shane, and I was like, he's British? And you were like, yeah, the whole band is. I'm like,
they're literally from there.
No way. It's fake.
Yeah, they're a fake band. They don't exist. Airwaves put out a single, Cannonball. This song fucks.
I love this song. I love Airwaves. For me, they don't miss. I know they've missed a couple times with you, but I've just always loved their stuff. I love their stuff.
I think that this is my favorite Airwaves song, and I would like to put it out there publicly that all the cover arts have either been the same or very, very similar. I haven't looked at them too closely. They're just the same color scheme. So whatever you guys are doing, drop it, and then come on the podcast because we have to catch up because it's been a while.
It's been a while.
And watch our interview about the last CP. Thanks.
Never Love dropped a new single. I can't take it. I love Never Love so much. They're number 3 on my album of the year list.
Nice.
Oh my god, there's my list.
There we go.
I have my top 3.
Got top 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
We need 10 for the end of the year.
I haven't figured those out yet.
I don't even know if I'm gonna get a top 10 put together.
You have like your number one, right?
I have Spirit Box.
Spirit Box, yeah.
I forgot everything else that came out this year.
That's fair. Yeah. Tyler's your number two, obviously.
Nope. I'm shocked at how fast Never Loved is putting out new music. Now, I was like reading through the press release and the announcement for the song and everything, and it seems like this was just part of the sessions of that album that they put out, and it makes sense to put it out in the middle of their tour with Armor for Sleep. But the song fucks, but I can definitely see why it didn't go on that record. It's got a different vibe completely
different vibe, yeah.
But it fucks still. They don't miss.
They don't. I love them.
Yeah,
I love them. I commented on their Instagram post when they announced that they were about to go on tour. They were like, oh, tour tomorrow, and I'm like, oh my god, come to Virginia, and they said soon. They replied to me and they said soon, and I was like, okay, just make sure it's like Virginia Beach or like the Norva, because I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
And they were just like noted, and I was like, good.
We'll go tell our booking agent right now.
Exactly, good. Oh my god, remember when Sky told us that? And
then they broke up.
I'm so sad.
That's the worst part. Is we did that interview post COVID when Sky was like, we're still a band. And then we did another interview where he was like, we're still a band. And then 6 months later, he's like, we're not a band anymore. And I'm like, well, that sucks.
And like they were starting a completely new era as well. Like they were rolling out singles. They were teasing. They were being cryptic.
They had been in the studio. Like legit. And then put out a couple of singles and we're like, yeah, we're done.
Sky was telling us about the album.
Yeah. Because he had it all figured out. And he had still been writing with other writers up until that point. So they had been working on that record forever.
And, oh my god, we didn't get the Dallin track.
No. I don't know if we were going to get a Dallin track at all, honestly.
I mean, he said he wanted to do it, and that Dallin wanted to do it as well, so it's probably going to happen.
Sky had like a list of like 20 people he wanted to work with, like, and he told us a bunch of them in that first interview.
He told them all of them. Yeah. Wasn't Dwayne one of them as well?
I don't remember.
I thought Dwayne was one of them.
Dwayne wasn't nearly the size.
But it's like he knew.
Well,
Dwayne.
I mean, yeah, because they were gonna be on the same label. Dwayne was like had signed probably at that point. It just wasn't announced.
God. I'm so sad.
But yeah, so that's the music news we missed this week. Super Whatever is no more. The Regrets dropped a new single Monday. This shit fucks pretty hard.
This bang. I like The Regrets. I haven't liked all their tracks that they've dropped. But this one's very good. Cause me too. That's all I gotta say. Arrows in Action and Taylor Acorn dropped a new single, Uncomfortably Numb. This bangs.
This does.
So hard. I stumbled upon their TikTok account somehow, and I saw them, and I was like, hey, I know these guys.
They somehow hit like every For You page ever. They have overtaken the TikTok algorithm, and it's helping them with every number ever on every platform, because when we interviewed them, they were like a quarter of the size they are now. So they are exploding. As they should. Very, very much deserved. The song fucks. Go listen to it.
Yep.
In Case We Crash dropped a single, Anniversary. This fucks pretty hard too. Bangers all around. We got a list of bangers for you today. This is just another banger.
Patent Pending dropped a new single, Back Away.
This song sucked. Now, I hate saying that because I'm about 95% sure that they follow us on Instagram, which is really awkward that I just said that their song sucked. But like it opens up so cool. It really does. And then that record scratching goes in for the remainder of the song.
Yeah.
And I can't do it, man. I
can't do it. That's it. That was the last straw.
I think that Patent Pending is like an acquired taste anyway. Like it took about 1,000 streams on Wobble. That's an exaggeration to like get the song.
Wait, was that the Austin Night song?
That's the Austin song. A very interesting track.
I forgot. I purged that from my mind.
And then they disappear for a year and a half and come back with this, and I'm like, guys, should have went back to the drawing board. I'm very sorry. I can't get
Wobble.
behind this. I can't, like, did you mean to keep the record scratching in there? Like, was that a conscious choice where you said we're gonna crank this up really loud, louder than everything else in the mix,
Yeah.
and just fucking put it on Spotify? Because I was like, this has so much potential, and it's just ruined by that screeching. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Ah,
Lori touched her piercing.
can't do it.
See You Space Cowboy dropped the single Misinterpreting Constellations and announced the record coming out in November. I believe it's November 5th. They are one of those really cool hardcore bands. It's up and coming, along with bands like Dying Wish and So What and so forth. Coolest band in the scene right now. Go listen to all of them. Dying Wish record comes out on Friday. I've had it sitting on my nightstand for the past month, but I'm very excited for it to hit streaming.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So you could show all your scrabbles.
yes, I'm like, look at how much I love this band. But anyways, the See You Space Cowboy track was pretty fucking good. I'm excited for the record personally. Glory's gonna say it was too heavy and then move on. You don't even have to say it. I said
Just
it for
like
you.
this track. It was too heavy.
Yeah.
Moving on. Vended. Drop new single, Asylum. I know you have a lot to say about this. You're very passionate about this band.
Glory and I were talking about this because we've run out of things to talk about when we speak for hours a day. So it's like, hey, Corey Taylor's son and Clown's son have a band with a couple other people.
And I was like, sons?
Dropped their first song. And I was like, you should go listen to it. It sounds like Baby Slipknot, which I hate saying. I really do. Yeah. I hate saying that it sounds like Baby Slipknot because I think that they shouldn't like just get thrown under that umbrella.
Yeah, it minimizes
with the first track.
Yeah,
I hate to see it and I hate saying it, but it's really, this song is what that is, really.
Yeah.
That's
not a bad thing.
Yeah, the instruments have a Slipknot feel, and Griffin's vocals have that, like,
that's Corey's son,
that's
right?
Corey's son, has that like Corey growl. And some people have said they don't hear it, which is great. I'm glad that you're not hearing it, because that's what I want for this band. I know what the band wants, and everybody in their camp and everything, they don't just want to be like, oh, we're Slipknot 2.0 because, you know, a couple of us are related to but the fucking, my mom just turned the TV on. I lost my train of thought. It was so fucking loud.
I'm sorry.
But that's just what this track is, and I really hope that the EP that they recorded doesn't just sound like a piece of a Slipknot work.
It'll probably be mastered by the same person that Slipknot is mastered by.
Not necessarily, because there are like budgets in place and everything, and the guy that works on Slipknot shit is going to cost a lot more.
Corey Taylor.
Well, Vended isn't signed, and Corey Taylor isn't just going to go, here's a fuck ton of money. Like, I don't think he's just like, here, son, here's millions of my dollars to go get this shit mastered.
Here's a small loan of
here's a small $1 million when Corey Taylor isn't paying to get his shit mixed and mastered.
Oh, Corey motherfucking Taylor.
Is. So, I don't think they're signed. So, and they weren't in like some massive studio recording this shit anyway. But I do think that Clown had some hands on this, and it definitely shows through. I just hope that the rest of the EP doesn't sound like Baby Slipknot, because that's not what I want. I want something new. I want something fresh. I want something that doesn't sound like Slipknot. If I want to listen to
sounds
Slipknot,
like LMFAO.
Honestly, if I want to listen to Slipknot, I would go listen to Slipknot. I want to listen to Vended to listen to Vended. That's my spiel.
That was powerful.
But the song fucks, like, no matter what. Like, it rips. Like,
because it was Baby Slipknot.
It's been on loop, like, whether, like, sounding comparisons aside, it's been on loop because it fucks no matter what. And I'm excited for the EP, whether it sounds like fucking, whether Corey Taylor sings on the fucking EP or not. I don't care. I'm stoked for the EP. And I'm glad that Slipknot is like taking them under their wing, like, and is already bringing them on the road. They played Knotfest Iowa. They're gonna play Knotfest LA. They're playing the Knotfest overseas in like fucking Finland and Brazil and shit. Like,
wow, imagine being that young of a band.
A fucking new band playing Brazil. Like, that's unheard of.
Water Parks hasn't even been to Brazil.
Yeah, so,
and they're like, what, 10 years old?
Yeah. Most bands don't go to Brazil. No? And here Vended is, you know, gonna have
2 weeks in
one EP under their belt. Next year they're going to Brazil, so like, you gotta respect it. So
it's kind of unfair.
Well, I mean, when you've got like that
Corey
direct of a
Taylor as a
connection,
dad,
like
yeah.
so what? Like people just kind of come to expect it. Like they're not going to get mad. I mean,
Yeah.
people are going to get mad, but the majority of people are going to be like, "That makes sense," you know.
Like that's fair.
You'd
I
almost be
guess.
pissed if Corey wasn't bringing them on the road.
Yeah,
you
it'd
know?
be like, come on, man,
Yeah,
you're not
come on,
even
man.
gonna
Yeah.
like help your son. What the
Yeah.
heck?
So that's my thing. Wind Up Kid dropped a single, Uptight, announces EP Swell.
Swell.
Been hard at work on this because I work at Then and Now Records too. So
You're everywhere.
I am everywhere. This song fucks. Although I'm not sure which single my favorite is though, because although I don't like this song as much like in its entirety because it's a little bit more like stripped back and everything and not so much aligned with my tastes. We haven't played the shit out of this one in the office, whereas disco is more within my taste, but I've heard the same 30 seconds of disco over and over and I'm fucking sick of it. So I'm not sure which one. I'm at a loss here. I don't know. Keep your eyes out though, because the AP's coming and it's pretty good. I've heard it.
I think I prefer the last single over this one.
Yeah,
this
fair
one,
enough.
no offense, sounded just a little too country twangy for me, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
Just a little country twangy
And very
and
90s.
just, like literally Harry Styles. He's already done country. Never mind. Who's a person that I would
Harry Styles brought a country artist on the road with him right now. Like fuck that.
But Tyler the Creator could do a country song and I'd be like, what is this? So it's like, it's not, no offense, I just there's a little scale that I have of how much country twang I can handle, and this one was just past. So, but the last one was good. I really enjoyed the last one. So yes,
fair enough.
That's all I have to say. Starset dropped new single, "Leaving This World Behind." I'm sorry, I just don't think I like Starset.
I felt the same way. I'm going to be completely honest because I had Rayanne, our old co-host, like force feeding them down my throat. Like, you got to listen to Starset. You're going to love this shit. And like when I get a band forced down my throat like that, I'm like, I don't want. I want nothing to do with them. And I was like, exactly. This is okay. But now that we're covering this album cycle, the album comes out I think at the end of October. I kind of get the hype because Infected, the lead single, absolutely fucks. And this song,
James Barrett wants to come on the podcast. I'm so sorry.
As he should, because he was probably watching live. Like, yo, yeah, because we had the whole thing. Anyways, back to Starset. That Infected fucked. This song I thought was pretty fucking good. I'm excited for the album. I'm not getting it force fed down my throat anymore, so I'm starting to get the hype for it. So yeah, Starset, kind of good. I think that's my opinion on them now.
Is Starset the one with Killer in the Mirror? That set it off.
That is set it off.
Okay, never mind.
That's not.
I was gonna say because I like
their close.
See, but that's also a Rayanne band, so that's why I get them confused. So, and they both start with S.
Yeah, but one's pop, one's metal. So,
Starset's metal. You would count them as metal.
Yeah.
They're like pop metal.
We invented a new term today.
Yeah, pop metal.
Under Oath dropped a new single, Pneumonia. I haven't looked at the track list for this record yet, but I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark and say that this is the closer. And I always think...
What makes you say that?
Because it's 7 minutes long and it feels like a closer track. Here, let's Under Oath. New album.
Did they drop the track list?
I'm not sure if they did. It would be very... Oh, wow, they did, and it is the
closer. It is the
track.
closer.
Look at that.
Shut up.
I'm so fucking good at this game.
Dude. Ding, 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 ding. You won a prize.
It's always so interesting, especially considering the album is still 3 months away. We've heard 3 songs off it now. There's 10 songs on the record. We've heard the closer track, 7 minutes long. Ballsy is a single to begin with, even if that 7-minute track was in the middle. But to have the closer track, like, I feel like it should just be like an unspoken rule that the opener and the closer, especially when they're like as theatrical as something like this is, aren't singles. They don't belong to be singles.
They don't. No.
So they broke an
especially
unspoken
when it's like
rule.
7 minutes long.
Yeah, they broke an unspoken rule that no one has spoken or even thought about until right now. Yeah, you broke our unspoken rule. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Actually, you should be sorry to us. Why am I saying sorry?
Exactly. Our email is goodnoisepodcast@gmail.com.
You can
Email us
send
your
a
apology.
formal apology to us over there. But other than that aside, the song was still fucking. It'll be great on the album, sure. As a single, no thanks.
Yeah, but I agree. I feel like it's like when Austin released High Def
as a single.
That
was like that doesn't break our unwritten rule though, because that was in the middle of the record. I think a slow song. I just think that slow songs in general should be abolished. That's just me though.
Just like in general,
just
not
in general, get fucking rid of all of them. Any slow genre, I don't care. I don't really like High Def.
I love High Def.
I'm sorry to hear that.
High Def is like my favorite off of Fandom. Well, no, it's my second favorite off.
I'm very sorry to hear that. Why are we comparing more things? We haven't done a Fandom comparison.
We haven't. We love We're Parksies.
We are Parksies.
Well, we're Parksies, but like unrelated to Parksies. We're like a like away from Parksies.
We just like water parks. We don't label ourselves as Parksies.
Yeah, we're moving away from that label. We just love parks.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out a new name for us. A sub.
Farties.
Farties?
Farties.
No.
Why not?
No.
Farties.
No. Why? How come they get Parksies and we get Farties?
Because it's funny.
Let's just say we're Austinies. Us. We're Aust. That's what we are. Us. We're Aust. We're us.
Since Corey can't get Austinies out, we're just Aust now.
We're Aust. We're Austinies. Calling All Captains, drop new single. Wasted. Calling All Captains. Calling you on
calling
to
all
the
mothers.
Podcast. And all mothers.
We already called them onto the podcast.
I know.
It's gonna happen. It's great.
I know. I just want it to happen faster.
Yes. Song banged.
This song banged.
I am excited for this record. I've had Tailspin stuck in my head for like weeks now. They played it like in between sets at the Beartooth concert I went to, and it's been stuck in my head ever since. I only have listened to it that one. Like obviously I've listened to it because like we reviewed it. I've listened to it outside of that. Put it on the Dim playlist. I think. That was me, guys. You guys saw it and didn't reshare it, but that was me. Called out. See, look, I'm even wearing the Dim shirt.
It.
Yeah, go.
Oh my god, you wore that like the last time I saw you too. Are you like required to wear that?
No,
is that like in your contract?
No, I wore all black today. I don't have a contract. I wore all black today and then came home. It was hot out, and I just threw this on because it was the thing that was on my bed. Like, this is gonna be a great outfit for today.
Perfect.
Anyways,
they've never seen this one before.
They've never seen this one.
I can't say anything. This is like the 20th time I've worn this. Yeah.
The song bangs. I'm excited for the album. All the singles have banged. Go stream Calling All Captains, not Calling All Astronauts. We taught them about that band. We're gonna talk to them about that when we interview them.
Yeah, we're gonna. So what inspired you to name your band after the hit band Calling All Astronauts? Have you spoken to them before? Yes. Were they okay with you naming the band after them?
They stole their band name, basically.
They're
speaking of god awful bands, because Calling All Astronauts is questionable. Guns N' Roses dropped a single, Hard School.
Guns N' Roses is in that tier of that group,
so bad,
that box of bands. AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Red Hot Chili Peppers. What was the other one? Alice Cooper. What's the other one with the?
Are you gonna start throwing like hair metal bands in there? Because we could put Megadeth, Metallica.
Metallica. Yeah. There you go. Just like those bands where it's just like, please just give some younger bands a chance. Stop taking the same 50-year-old bands on tour. If you're gonna continue going on tour, take like this band that nobody knows and put them on a platform rather than this band that everybody is sick of, because they don't need that spotlight anymore, at least at that level. They can go on their own silly little tours, but give somebody else a chance. Yeah. And also, this song sucked.
This song was awful. And
that's all I have to say.
I went on Setlist FM and they wrote a little article because they premiered this song live in Baltimore or whatever, and they played for 3 fucking hours.
Good lord.
Imagine sitting through 3 hours of Guns N' Roses.
No.
I don't give a shit how much of a fan you are. If a band I liked played for 3 fucking hours, I would leave after the first hour and a half. I don't have the attention span for that shit.
Exactly, yeah. Like, I don't have the energy for that.
Yeah, come on. Like,
I'd fall asleep.
I know that's like how rock shows used to be. You know, they would play past the curfew. It was so hardcore and so sick.
Hardcore.
But like, this band, like, he might like shrivel up and die if he sings for too long. Like,
I have a bedtime.
yeah,
I have a
like,
curfew, guys.
I
Can you
don't.
wrap this up?
Yeah, can you like abide by the venue curfew?
So I'm not trying to get in trouble
I
for
don't want.
Guns N'
I don't want to
Roses.
be here till 3 a.m. Like, I'm in the nosebleeds. I can't see you anyway. Granted, I'm kind
I
of
can
happy I
barely
can't
hear
see
you.
I can barely hear you. You're mumbling into the mic. I don't care about you. Why are you still singing?
Why am I here?
Why is it 4 a.m. and I haven't left yet? Why am I still here?
And we're only halfway through the set.
Yeah, come on. I checked Setlist FM and you're only halfway through.
Exactly.
How the fuck?
We're only 5 songs in.
You've been playing for 5 hours. How are you only 5 songs in?
God.
You got 30 songs on the set list. How long am I going to be here for?
God, dude.
Anyways, fuck this band.
All that to say.
Fuck this band. Break up. Call it quits. Let's just. Yeah.
Not anymore.
No more.
Yeah.
Society's progressed past the need.
Yep.
And that's not a joke. We have progressed past the need.
We have. Yeah. We're good.
Yeah.
Two Eyes Open and Elion Melody?
Sure.
I'm sorry. I know that's pronounced wrong. I know I pronounced that wrong. I can hear it in my head and I know that's not right. Dropped a new single, Patched Up Heart. I really enjoyed this song.
Yeah, I like the vibe of this.
This was really good. I loved the additional vocals. I just thought everything about the song, beautiful. Loved it.
Yeah.
I love the cover art as well. Everything about it. Boop. Bow. That was Bow.
This song was pretty fucking good, as I said. I liked everything. I forget what I said 5 seconds ago. I don't know. But whatever I said 5 seconds ago is what I was planning on saying, and then my mind went blank. So on that note,
Support whatever, come back.
Fucking, you can follow us on Twitter. It's good_noise_cast. You can follow us on Instagram. It's Good Noise Podcast. You can follow us on Facebook. Like us on Facebook. It's Good Noise Pod. You can follow us on TikTok. We've been dropping some bangers, absolute bangers. Limp Bizkit bangers.
You've been starting to post on the TikTok.
2 Limp Bizkit bangers.
You stole somebody's TikTok, and it still had their TikTok.
I am fully aware of what I did,
dude.
It was so funny.
It was really funny. I laughed.
Yeah, I was almost late to where I had to go because I was too busy making that TikTok, and it barely got any views. It flopped. Everybody go watch our most recent TikTok. It's only got like 32 views on it. Please go watch it. But the video I stole from Ethan, the Fred Durst, it's Fred Durst Friday somewhere. I stole that from Ethan, one of our friends, and that's got like 200 views. So clearly no one cares I'm stealing shit. But
I tried to boost that one too. I copied the link. I commented. I liked. I did all I could with that one.
I'm posting funnies. I'm posting bangers over there. Go follow us.
Turn our notice on TikTok.
Turn our notice on. We're funny. YouTube is Good Noise Podcast. Every other streaming service is obviously Good Noise Podcast.
Obviously.
Bandcamp is bandcamp.com/Good Noise Records. Or no, it's goodnoiserecords.bandcamp.com. Sorry, I fucked it up. It's been a while. You can go follow us over there. Gloria and I have talked about doing hoodies, and that's where we'll drop them if we do hoodies.
Yeah, so we're still talking. We've only had one conversation, but it's probably gonna happen.
We had one brief conversation that said we can't put our logo on that hoodie, and then left
because
it at
it's gonna age out. Yeah.
And then Patreon.
We should put like an infinity sign instead of like
we should just hire someone to make something that people would want to buy. No one wants to buy the ripoff My Chem logo. And Patreon is patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. Glory has your Patreon supporters and your important plugs, and then we're gonna go sign off because we have to get this podcast up.
Ooh, thank you to our Patreon supporters, my brother, my uncle, Matt from Pulses, Jeremy, Brady, Micah, Zari, and Eric. Woo! You guys are banging all the moms. You're doing great. Keep it up. Thank you guys. I hope my parents are watching.
Oh boy, what do you got plug today, Glory?
Oh God, please educate yourself. That's all I gotta say. Nice. And also be a decent person if you can. Some people just don't have it in them, and I don't get it. That's all I have to say about that. Black Lives Matter, as always. You already know that. If you don't, our lives do matter. Thank you. Stop Asian hate. Don't be a PP. And yeah, that's all. Oh, get the vaccine if you can. Wear a mask if you can't. Even if you have the vaccine, wear a mask because you're not completely immune. Even if you have the vaccine, vaccine just stops you from going to the hospital and possibly dying from COVID. That's it. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
That's what we got tonight. I have hatred for Fred Durst because they've been teasing this new song for days.
Yeah.
So
isn't it called like
what?
What? No. This song. I saw you put it like on your story or like in the chat. Was it like Daddy Durst or something?
No, that's in their website code. It's just Daddy Durst. It's just in the source
there?
code. Yeah, I don't know what Limp Bizkit is doing. I don't know if they're just like teasing, like posting a new image every day. They haven't posted one yet, so that's very upsetting. They haven't sent me into a spiral yet.
Yeah.
But
you should DM Fred and be like, hey, what are you doing?
No, he left us unread about the podcast thing. I'm still mad at him. So I don't know what they're doing over there, if like they're just going to drop the record on October 1st or what's going on. But hopefully on Monday we have Limp Bizkit to talk about, because that'll be the only thing we talk about, even though there's a shit ton of other records coming out on October 1st.
Oh God, there are?
We'll clear our schedule and just talk about Limp Bizkit for an hour.
Okay, good.
So on that note, I have been Shane.
I have been Glory.
And we have been the Good Noise Podcast. We will see you next week, hopefully talking about Limp Bizkit.
Woo! Woo!